In the world of curious and fascinating animal stories, the tale of Hoover, the talking seal, stands out as particularly enchanting. This unusual story begins in the early 1970s, when a Maine fisherman named George Swallow discovered a baby harbor seal abandoned and orphaned on the shores of Cundy's harbor, Maine. The little seal was in dire straits, alone and struggling to survive. George decided to take the young seal home, a decision that would lead to one of the most extraordinary chapters in the history of human-animal interactions. He and his wife, Alice, named the seal Hoover, due to the voracious way he vacuumed up his meals, much like the famous vacuum cleaner brand. Hoover quickly became more than just a pet, he became a member of their family. As Hoover grew, so did his personality and his peculiar talents. Notably, Hoover began to mimic human speech, a trait that at first seemed unbelievable. It started with simple mumbles and garbles, but over time, these sounds transformed into discernible phrases. Hoover wasn't just making noises, he was talking. His favorite phrase, delivered in a thick New England accent, was, "Hello there." He could also say, "Come over here," and would often repeat his own name, Hoover. The swallows were amazed by Hoover's abilities, but as he grew larger and larger, eventually reaching over 200 pounds, caring for him became increasingly challenging. Realizing that a full-grown seal needed more space and specialized care, they made the difficult decision to find him a new home. In 1971, Hoover was moved to the New England Aquarium in Boston, where he could receive proper care and where his unique talents could be shared with a wider audience. At the aquarium, Hoover became a star attraction. Visitors flocked to see the talking seal, and Hoover seemed to enjoy the attention, often barking his phrases at the crowds. His presence was not just a novelty, it was also a testament to the complex capabilities of marine mammals, showcasing that their intelligence and abilities were far beyond what many had imagined. Hoover lived a long and happy life at the New England Aquarium, delighting visitors and staff alike until his passing in 1985. His legacy, however, continued. Hoover's story has been featured in books, television shows, and countless articles, serving as a reminder of the deep, sometimes mysterious connections that can form between humans and animals. Hoover the talking seal remains a beloved figure in the lore of the New England Aquarium and among animal enthusiasts around the world. His life story, a journey from a helpless orphan to a cherished and remarkable individual, reflects the unexpected and wonderful ways in which animals can touch our lives, bridging the gap between our world and theirs with a simple, heartfelt "hello there."
Human speech imitation. The most remarkable aspect of Hoover's story is his ability to mimic human speech, which is highly unusual for a seal. His capacity to articulate words and phrases in a recognizable accent was extraordinary. Adoption by a family. Initially, Hoover was adopted and raised by a human family, living much like a household pet. This unconventional upbringing for a marine animal is quite unusual. Integration into home life. Hoover's integration into George and Alice Swallow's household, including interactions in daily domestic activities, showcased a unique human-animal relationship seldom seen with marine creatures. Transition to public life. Hoover's move from a private home to becoming a public sensation at the New England Aquarium highlights a fascinating transition from pet to a star attraction, drawing crowds eager to hear a seal that could talk. Longevity of fame. Hoover's fame extended beyond his natural life, with his story being told and retold, underlining the lasting impact that animals can have on human culture and science. Educational impact. Hoover's ability to speak made him not just an oddity but also an educational tool that helped raise awareness about the capabilities and needs of marine mammals.